Happy Monday, everybody. Donnie Baker here, LPR Sound Foundations with you. Today, I want to talk to you about how to move files from Pro Tools to multiple DAWs. So I'm going to share with you some different ways that we do this, why we do it, when we do it, and how to do it. If you're ready to go look at this, let's go. Okay, today what I want to discuss is, well, for one, I want to discuss moving files back and forth between different DAWs, such as your producer's working in Logic, you're working in Pro Tools, the producer sends you WAV files, you dump those WAV files into your Pro Tools session, you record what it is you need to record, and now you need to send it back to the producer as a WAV file so he can then import that WAV file into his Logic session and move on with the rest of the production. So this is what we're discussing today, mostly. There are some other tricks and tips which I'm gonna give you along the way, and I'll let you know what those are. Now, first of all, I really want you to understand the difference between multi-tracks and stems. There's been a misconception, there's been a lot of misinformation about these words. Multi-tracks are this: all the drum tracks. We have the kick drum, the kick in, the kick out, the snare top, the snare bottom. These are all multi-tracks. Each one of these is a track. This is the kick drum track. This is the kick in track, the kick out track, the snare track. You get it? Good. So these are multi-tracks. Same thing with the guitar, same thing with the vocals, same thing with everything. Like, well, there's only one lead vocal track. It's here. It's all comped and ready to go. You can see we did the takes here, and then we comped from the takes on this. Now, if we zoom in on this, you can see that there's fades in and out of each comp, so it runs smooth. Now, this is assuming that everything is already edited and comped up. So, and then you go to the background vocals, and there's multiples. These are harmonies. These are background vocals to the leads, but they're harmonies. What we've done is we've made these left and right. So the harmonies are panned, they feel good. It fills out that pre-chorus and the chorus section in the song. But each one of these is a multi-track, and we want to send these to our producer as one track. So in order to make a stem from, say, all your drums, like I'm actually using routing folders. If you have not discovered routing folders yet, I suggest you investigate and utilize. The easiest way to do this, the easiest way to create a stem, let me show you how to output multi-tracks as WAV files. So what you want to do is you want to select across the entire region and start at bar 1, beat 1, the very beginning of the song, so there's no question about where the parts come in. Now, as you can see, we've done some edits on some of the toms here. We've actually replaced some of the toms with that. So kind of what we want to do is we want to make sure that we get all of the edits, and we want these to be in the place that they are. So you don't want to send each individual file as a WAV file, because this will end up at bar 1, beat 1. This will end up at bar 1, beat 1. This will end up at bar 1, beat 1. You get it? So what we need to do is we need to consolidate. So in order to do that in Pro Tools, it's Shift, Option, and number 3. And what this does is it puts all the files together as one file as a multi-track. Okay, we're not creating stems just yet. We're creating a multi-track consolidated WAV file for each track. Okay, so now as you can see, I've got individual files for the kick in, individual files for the kick out, etc., etc. And you can see that the toms, even though they were edited, are now one file, but they are where they belong. So the easiest way to do this is, while you have these selected, you use Shift Command K, and this will allow you to export these files that you have selected. So now you want them as WAV files, multiple mono, except for the stereo. So Pro Tools is weird that you have to do stereo files separately. Okay, so I kind of don't like that about Pro Tools, but what are you gonna do? You know, we have to deal with Pro Tools, right? So I'll move these up to the mono section, if you will, and we got to do these separately. So let's do the stereos first, since there's only two. So we grab these. Now we want to Shift Command K and export these as stereo interleaved files. All right, keep the bit depth and the sample rate of your session so things don't have to convert, and then you choose where you want to put it. let's just make a new folder on the desktop so we know where it is. We can make a new folder and send it out from there, okay? Then you want to select all your mono files, okay? And you want to do the same thing, Shift Command K, and you want to send those as multiple monos so they will show up as mono files in the next DAW. Same thing, you choose the folder, you keep it at 24-bit 48K, you keep it at the bit depth and sample rate of your session so that it doesn't have to convert. Boom, now you have multi-tracks of individual files here. Now, let's say you wanted to create a stem. Why would you create a stem? This is a good question, and thanks for asking. You'd want to create stems to send to, like this session, absolutely right here, does not have guitar. So I need to send this session to the guitar player, but I can assume that the guitar player doesn't use Pro Tools. He's a Logic guy. I've worked with this guy before, so I know he's a Logic guy. So he just wants individual stems. Okay, so a real simple way to consolidate and make a stem from all your drum tracks, because you can see I've got a little mix going on here in my drums. I've got some plugins. I'm using some triggers to make things sound a little different. And you know, I've got some processing on there that I want to keep. I want to send this to the guitar player so that he has access to the stem. And the reason to send him a stem of the song instead of the multi-track, it's a little, you know, it takes up a lot more room on his part, and he's in Logic. But what it does here is that it allows him to adjust the level of the drums, adjust the level of the bass, adjust the level of the lead vocals and the background vocals. You can either route these out to a new track and just record it inside, but you know, you want to keep you might have some processing on there. Like I've got a bus compressor on my drum bus. So I want to keep that. So I'm going to either commit it or bounce it. The best way to do it is to commit it. You do it offline. You could tell it to just do it to the selected tracks, which is your drum track, and then tell it to do nothing when it gets done. Insert after the last track. So all you got to do is do this. It's going to create a drum track. I'll speed this up so you guys don't have to watch this whole process. Now, because we want to make stems of the entire song, the drums, the bass, the keys, the lead vocal, and the background vocals, you could do these all at the same time. So just select the tracks that you want to make stems from. Now, the bass and the keys, yeah, you could just consolidate these because you can see we did an edit on the bass. You could just consolidate these and export them, but might as well use the processing that's on there. I've got the Xbox Pro on the lead vocals as well as the background vocals. I just want to send this to the guitar player as stems so that he can adjust the levels in his own DAW. So I'm gonna select all the tracks I want to commit, and I'm gonna commit all of these. And same thing, all the selected tracks. After it gets done, do nothing. I don't want to mess up. I'm not going to do anything with it. So just click OK. It's going to render all the tracks together, and I won't make you sit through this. I'll pause it and come back when it's done. Okay, so Pro Tools made the stems that we asked it to, but look what it did. And this is a thing with Pro Tools that I don't know. I just kind of don't like it. So you can see that the bass started there on the bass track. If we go into the bass track, you can see it started there. So it was not consolidated to start with. There's this little gap in the middle there. So all we have to do, the drums started from where I wanted them to. All we got to do is grab the whole thing, the bass, the keys, the vocals, and the background vocals, and then add this space to it. So select the entire thing and then consolidate it. So when the guitar player brings it into his DAW Logic, it will show up as bar 1, beat 1. So everything will be in time. So now we've got all of our stems ready to go. So all we have to do is select them and Shift Command K and output them to a folder. And then all we got to do is send that folder to the guitar player. Then he's ready to do stuff. He will probably then record guitar and send it back as a WAV file. All I have to do is drop it into this session. Then I'm ready to mix. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about what we've done today and what we're talking about today, please leave a comment down below, or you can always email me at info@learnprorecording.com or support@learnprorecording.com. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you on the next module. Hopefully you got something out of this presentation today. Maybe something you didn't know, maybe something you did know. Maybe it's just my opinion and nobody really cares. You know what I mean? Hey, if you got any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and leave a comment down below on the YouTube video, or if you want to email me, reach out, info@learnprorecording.com. I'm here for you, anything you need. And, you know, we're usually talking about some cool stuff. If there's something that you guys want to see, leave a comment down below or shoot me an email. Let me know there's something you want to see about how things work, how my studio works. I know that you guys love review videos. I know you love, you love seeing gear. And we got a series coming up where we're going to show you a bunch of that kind of stuff. But this is going to be cool. Today, I just wanted to share about the moving files because this was a question that came up last week with one of the interns here. So he was concerned about why, not only how, but why we do it. The big question with him was, what's the difference between multi-tracks and stems? This has been one of those things that's a little controversial. There's a lot of misinformation about that, and I explained that in the presentation, but one more time, I'll give it to you. Multi-tracks are the individual tracks of everything. Stems are all those individual tracks put together as all the drum tracks together, all the vocal tracks together, etc. Sometimes we send stems between DAWs. So like in the instance that I showed you in the presentation, we were sending those stems to a guitar player to play some guitar tracks on a song that we actually tracked most of it here except guitar. We did the drums, the keys, the bass, the vocals, but we need guitar, so we sent it to a guitar player. The reason I send stems, he may want to turn up the drums. He might want to turn up the bass and turn down the vocals while he's putting his guitar tracks on there. So we want to give him that ability to do that. He doesn't need the multi-tracks. I want him to hear kind of the mix that we have going on with the drums and with everything else. The vocals are kind of mixed in there and it feels good. You know what I mean? So again, if you guys have any questions, comments, and concerns, leave a comment. While you're down there, go ahead and like and subscribe, man. You know YouTube loves that stuff. And I wanted to talk to you too. The free thing is still there, man. We updated the studio growth formula for you for 2024. It's going to help you build, grow, and scale your studio business, audio business, into something that can possibly take over your day job. Just go grab it, man. It's learnprorecording.com/studio growth formula. And look, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. My name is Donnie Baker, and I am the founder, and I run LPR Sound Foundation. I'm here to share with you, man. I'm here to share my knowledge, share my experiences with you. So if you guys, again, please let me know if there's something that I can help you with. Let me know if there's something that you want to see. The best way is to leave a comment. Other people can upvote it. Other people can share it, whatever. Or just shoot me an email. Shoot me a personal email. Let me know if there's something that you actually want to see. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm here to share. So without that, I'm going to let you go. We got some cool stuff coming up this week in the studio. We're going to be starting to film some stuff. I'll talk to you about that next week because it's not really, we haven't signed the contracts yet. As soon as we sign the deal with the artist, we're going to be good to go. I'll be able to talk to you about it. But we got some cool stuff coming up. Don't forget the blog post on Wednesday. Those are usually pretty interesting. Sometimes there's free stuff in there. Sometimes there's free plugins. Sometimes there's free templates, that kind of stuff. Check out the blog post. If you're not on my list, you can get on my list by downloading the Studio Growth Formula. Go grab that. It's free and it's there for you. Put you on my list and I'll let you know when we got free stuff coming up. It's awesome. We will see you guys next week here on the podcast, and I'll see you Wednesday. Don't forget about the Thursday morning live. That would be 11 a.m. Thursday morning, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're in Los Angeles. So 11 a.m. I'm there just answering questions, just hanging out, just doing whatever. So come hang out with me at 11 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, every Thursday. We go live. We're right here on YouTube. So just check it out. Go up to the live thing, look at it. It's there for you. So again, Donnie Baker, I am out of here. I'll see you next week. Much love. Have a great week.